sad day in 49er land. As we all know, Adam Peters is officially the GM for the Washington Commanders. I mean, it's kind of a sick day if you think about it. I mean, this guy has been instrumental in success of the 49ers over the last couple of years, specifically drafting. I mean, his fingerprints, in my opinion, have been on a lot of these draft players they've had over the years, specifically late round draft picks, Kittle, Greenlaw, Hufanga, et cetera, et cetera. It's a big loss. He's been kind of the understudy of John Lynch. This guy's been kind of his right hand man over the last couple of years. When they took over this regime, Adam Peters was that guy that nobody realized who he was until they started knowing who he was. And now everybody's wanted him for the last couple of years. Over the last few years, he's had interviews with the Giants. He's turned down interviews with the Titans and the Cardinals and et cetera, et cetera. And finally, this is the year a team maybe gave him the offer he wanted. It was the destination he maybe desired. And again, not only that is he had his buddy Bob Myers out there, and Bob Myers maybe was able to lure him over. And it's a big loss for the 49ers. You don't just absorb a guy like Adam Peters overnight and say, okay, we're going to go hire another GM or assistant GM, another front office guy. Like, it's not a guy that you just replace like that. So it's unfortunate. I kind of saw the writing on the wall. I did have some people tell me it's probably going to happen, but I didn't want to believe it. I thought the 49ers could be able to hire him as the GM, and go from there, promote from within. But again, you can't knock a guy from getting his opportunity and shining and doing great things. So it sucks for Adam Peter or for the 49ers losing Adam Peters. It doesn't suck for Adam Peters. This is a great opportunity for him. I'm so happy for the guy. He's been so incredible in terms of being a front office, but now he gets out of the shadow. I think this is also part of the whole process of, it's a business, right? And sometimes you just want to get out of the shadow. And I think that's where Adam Peters is even if he stayed with the 49ers, he'd still be in the shadow of John Lynch and everybody. He wants to cultivate his own culture. I get that. I understand that, and now if he goes and resurrects the Washington Commanders, who they've been a historical franchise, a storied franchise, they've been a good team before. If he could take this team and make them a top team in the NFC East, man, give him his flowers. Everybody will look at him, say he's the guy. Everybody wants to be that guy that gets all the praise. And I think if Adam Peters goes to Washington and he makes them successful with Bob Myers and whoever else they bring in, he's going to get a lot of flowers coming his way and a big paycheck. So good for him. Sucks for the 49ers. You don't like to see this stuff because you want to keep a guy like that around. He's been so impressive, again, for the 49ers and what he's done in terms of talent scout and et cetera, things of that nature. So unfortunate news for us, but the 49ers, this is the time of the season. They got to keep their heads on straight. They are in a playoff push. They are the number one seed. You can't let this distract you. Every single year we sit here, we talk about we lost this guy, we lost this guy, we lost this guy. They lose coaches, front office personnel every single year. Got to keep the head on straight and focus to the grand prize. Keep the eye on the prize. Um, Javier says, yeah, I love him, but let's see how we draft moving forward. Definitely going to impact the draft. Susan says, I'm happy for him and hoping this means Lynch sticks around. I think Lynch is definitely sticking around. He got promoted to the president of football operations, so I don't see him going anywhere. Lucas says, John should have made the best move for the team and moved to the president and let Adam be the GM. I mean, again, you don't know exactly if that's what they talked about. Maybe they did have that in plan. But again, Washington, they had a deal set in place that maybe Adam Peters couldn't deny. He couldn't turn down this deal. And again, maybe it's just him wanting to move out of the shadows and have his own team, his own culture. Sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes even though you can get promoted from within, sometimes you just want to branch out and have your own opportunity. So I can understand that. And again, it's one of those things where you don't know what went on the behind the scenes. And maybe you're right. Maybe they didn't promote him. Maybe they were like, no, we can't promote you yet. So who knows what went behind those closed doors? But this is a great opportunity for Adam Peters, and I wish him nothing but the best. Susan says there's a reason the 49ers didn't promote him to GM and Lynch to president. Again, we don't know what's going on behind those closed doors, but I feel like they probably were going to promote Adam Peters at some point. But I think Bob Myers came over the top and said, look, my guy, you are my buddy, my friend. Come to the Washington Commanders. I'll make all your dreams come true. And that's unfortunately what happened for the 49ers is they lost a great front office person to the Washington Commanders. But with that, I got to head out. We'll talk all about this later tonight. We got plenty to talk about later. I got to get to work. or I'll never be home, and we'll never be able to talk about it tonight. But yeah, breaking news today: Adam Peters, Washington Commanders, signed him as their new GM. Unfortunate for the 49ers, very fortunate for Adam Peters, and now his new chapter in his life. I wish him nothing but the best. 49ers are going to have to rebound from this. I don't know who they're going to hire. This is going to be a long hiring process, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just get the next guy off the street. They're going to have to go and look at all the candidates and really get the best guy for this job because, again, Adam Peters was so big in helping them construct their draft. From my impression, it's going to be a hard guy to replace. And let's hope the 49ers get the right guy. But you guys have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you.